Hello there, thanks for joining me. In today's short lesson, I'm going to show you how to analyze a position effectively on XG, moving away from the what is the correct play and moving towards the why of the correct play. Now that is no small difference. In fact, it is a huge chasm. And if you can traverse that chasm yourself, you will notice huge advances in your game. Now, for part of the reason I set up my Backgammon channel is to develop that way of thinking. And should you apply that over the board, you won't only make the correct play, but you'll more importantly understand why the play is correct. And that conscious understanding, that awareness, will really pay dividends over the board. Now here you can see white has rolled a 4-5 and has various options. Firstly, white could run a back checker 24 to 15. Secondly, white could choose to unstack the heavy mid by playing 13-9, 13-8. Thirdly, white could choose to hit 6-1, putting green on the bar, and then split the back checkers or even bring one down from the mid. And fourthly, white could play 24 to 20 and 13 to 8, like so. Now, if we go back to the original position, we can see what the correct play is. So we click Analyze, we click on Position, and there we are. We can see the correct play is showing us 24 to 20, 13 to 8. And the second best play would be to bring 2 down. Now we can run these two plays because they are reasonably close on a higher setting by highlighting them and clicking on ++. And here we can still see that the best play is 24-20, 13-8. So now, rather than just leave it here and move on to another position, we can try to understand when the other plays would be correct. So when would it be correct, for instance, to make the second play, bringing 2 down, which is currently showing as an error? So if we were to move one of green's checkers from the 5 to the 11 point, for instance, would it now be correct to bring 2 down? Well, let's see. So now we can see to bring 2 down is a 0.037 error. However, before to bring 2 down was a 0.044 error, so a bigger error to bring 2 down from this position. So now we can begin to understand that, well, if green has escaped more, is further ahead in the race, then it's a slightly better idea to bring 2 down. So let's follow on with that theory and move green's checker to the midpoint. So now we can see that now it's a borderline decision between bringing 2 down or making the play, the original play. So if we run those two on a higher setting again, we can see it's a very borderline decision. So now we can understand that it's correct to bring 2 down from the mid when we are trying to contain the back checker, or green has gone further ahead in the race. So here we have a level of understanding by tinkering around with the position. So now let's go back to the original position. So now we can understand the second best play, when it would be correct to make that. But now let's look at the third play, 24-20, 6-1. So why is a hitting play incorrect? Okay, so again, let's move some things around. Now what if we were to move a checker from the 13 to the 8 point? Let's go to Analyze, Position. Okay, so now we can see that the hitting play is no longer a blunder in red, but just an error in green. So it means we're moving in the right direction. in attempting to understand this play. So let's move another checker from the mid to the 8. Now, of course, we've improved our pip count by 10 pips. Okay, so now we can see that it has become the best play. Again, it's quite borderline, so we'll highlight those decisions, do plus plus. So here, it's coming out as the best play to make the hit here. So here, what can we understand about the why of the correct decision? Now, it seems to be something about the 8 point. Here, we have 2 extra checkers, which has now flagged this as a correct move. Now, why is it correct to hit? Well, here we have more of a blitz structure. We have 10 checkers in the zone, whereas before we only had 8 checkers. So here, with more ammunition, it's much better to make the hitting play. This is why with 9 checkers in the zone, it's only an error. But 8 checkers in the zone, it becomes a blunder. 10 checkers in the zone, as we've seen, it's a correct play. So there we are. So this is another piece of understanding we've got about the original position. So again, let's go back to where we started. So now we've understood the second play and the third play. So when would it be correct to make the running play? So what if we were to move one of white's checkers down from the mid to the 8 point? Would it now be correct to play 24 to 15? So here we can see we're moving in the right direction. It is now only an error, whereas before it was a blunder. So these 5 pips makes a race much closer. So now the running play is correct. What if we improved our race even more by playing 24 to 13, giving ourselves another 11 pips? Here, analyze. So here, it is shown as a borderline. Let's make a deeper analysis. So here, the running play is marginally correct. Even though we're leaving a direct hit and some indirects, the running play is correct. So again, we have understanding of positions. We go back to the original position, and here in this situation we see that the correct play is 24 to 20, 13, 8. But now we know that, we also know why the alternatives aren't correct, and we know when they would be correct by making changes to the position. We understand that 39, 13, 8 is wrong in this scenario, but if green had escaped this checker, then it would be more correct. Now, we also understand that the hitting play is incorrect here because we do not have enough checkers in the zone. But if we add some more checkers, some more ammunition, then we know that the hitting play comes correct. We also know that the running play is incorrect here because of the pip difference. But if we make the pip difference closer by even another 5 pips, we understand that the racing play becomes more correct. So this is how we can use XG to really break down and understand positions. So next time you get a position like this and you use XG and you understand the best play, always try to understand the next best play and the next best play and the next best play, even if they are errors and blunders, because by studying these alternatives and moving things around on the board, adjusting the variables and so on, you can really glean a deeper, more conscious understanding. And of course, here we've just looked at a money game. Here we can go to match play and we can see here, well, this is 0-0 in a match to 11. Okay, so again, it's a right play. But what if white was down in the race, or down in the match score, I should say, let's say He was 11 away, 6 away. So here, again, it's correct to play 24-20, 13-8, but it's a closer decision, 0.033. Let's give green an even greater match lead to 3 away, 11 away. And here we can see the error is decreasing. So again, we can experiment with match scores to see how that would change certain plays. So this is suggesting that when green is further ahead on the match score, this play of bringing 2 down looks slightly better in this position. And if we were to give ourselves the lead as white, let's give ourselves a huge lead, 3 away, 11 away. Here, we must make this, and anything else now is showing as a big, big blunder. So again, we can get that understanding. We can play for money and tinker around. We can adjust the match score to even DMP, gammon go, gammon save, huge differences in match scores, Crawford. Use XG to help you, use it to guide you. And then once you've played around with this, you've really gained some knowledge, because the thing about backgammon is you have to do it yourself. You have to put the work in, put the time in, and it will reward you ultimately, because by just knowing the right answer, as we saw, how much are you really learning? You need to go further than seeing the what. You need to understand the why. And I hope this short video has pushed you in the right direction. Use XG, it will make your life better. You'll win more games, win more money, and happy rolling. New videos every Wednesday. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. All the best. Good day. Bye-bye.